Hello and welcome back to my channel. Mark here. I'm up here today this Sunday afternoon. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon here, and I just got out. I got back home from church and I'm out here today, but here's the hive that I moved into the 10 frame deep box, and right here it is. They seem to be flying in and out of there and doing what they need to do. But anyway, I'm up here, I'm getting that nuke box, and I'm going to move it down there on my table right there. That's where I'm keeping my overwintered nukes at this year. So you all can come along with me here. Well, this is a hive that I brought over from my dad's, and what I had done, this was a swarm that had moved into a 10 frame box that I had over there, and it wasn't building up like I wanted it to, so I brought it over here. I put it out in that nuke box there, that Pro Nuke, and I shut it up and brought it over here. And now what we're going to do, we're going to put it out in this nuke box here, and this will be my overwintered nukes right here on this here table. This is where I will keep these at, and that way I can keep a closer eye on them, and I can put the feed to them, because what happens when you make a nuke up, you want to get this hive established, and you need to keep feed on them and let them build up. Unless they're exceptional nuke, they need a little help building up, or that's in my case here they do, because what you're doing, you're splitting a big hive like that blue one up there. You're splitting that out and condensing it down to, well, what you do, I put 2 frames of cat brood and eggs and larvae in the nuke box. And then I put some pollen and honey in the nuke box, and then I'll put an empty frame in there. I usually put 4 full frames and 1 empty frame, so when they make a queen, that she has somewhere to start laying when she comes back off of her mating flight. But this is what I do here, and what I'm hoping is at least 5 of these I can sell for overwintered nukes. So, and I've got a nuke out on the end of the house out there. I'll take you out there and show you it as well. Anyhow, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this nuke right here and put it out in a wooden nuke, and I'm going to put it here on this table, and I will keep these here where I can watch them a little bit closer and keep food on them and do the things that I have to do here. But basically what this is, it's a 5 frame nuke, and I'm going to move it out into another 5 frame nuke like these, and that's how I will keep these. And then what I will do when I shut these up for the winter, I will I've got a shim that I made about like this. It's about that big, and I can put that on top of these nukes, and I can put a piece of burlap in that to wick the moisture coming off these bees in the winter time. And plus I can put Hive Alive or sugar bricks on there to supplement food for them over the winter. One more thing I'm going to do here is, I'm not going to say a whole lot on this video while I'm doing this, because I need to get it done. We do have some rain moving in here later on tonight. So I'm not going to be talking a whole lot on this video. I'll just set you back and you can watch me work here. I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. And what I was doing, I had to make room on here. I can get 6 of them on here, so I can't put any more on here. But I'll get these out of this hive right here, and we'll get them put in here. Right here they are. And it's a, like I said, it's a small swarm. We've got some brood, cat brood here, but I'm going to put that in there, and hopefully they start building out better. Well, they should if I put the food to them. Okay, right here's the queen. And she's this year's queen, so she's got a blue dot on her. But right there she is. Well, they're in their new home. What I will do now is I'll put a feeder on them. Let me get it right here and show you what it consists of. This is called an entrance feeder. And what I do, I put a jar on this. You can see right there, they can come out of the hive and crawl up in here. And then this has holes in it. This lead has holes in it. Stick it down in there, and they crawl in here and they drink the sugar syrup out of this. I never did try entrance feeders until just here a couple weeks ago, and so far I'm really happy with them. So if this continues to go well, I will probably get more of these, and that will be how I feed my bees. I like being able to keep an eye on them and seeing how much they're taking the sugar water down. But I'll take you off the tripod right there. But right here's the other ways I feed them. That's a top feeder. And then in this hive right here, I'm going to get in this hive because I got to give them feed too, but I've got a inner feeder in there. And what that is, that goes down inside the hive there, and I put their sugar water in that, and they can eat from inside their hive. So we'll get to feed on these. That's what I'm going to do next. But anyhow, right here this feeder is, and yeah, I got to put some feed in it, but this is called an internal feeder. And what that does, that feeds these bees in this hive, and I'm assuming they have it like that because it cuts down on robbing. So I've got an internal feeder in this hive here, and when I've got that in there, I can only have 4 frames in here. But I'll get some feed in this, and I'll fill these up, and I'll put the feed to these things. But anyhow, right here it is. And like I said, that's called an internal feeder. And that just goes down inside the hive there. I've got a couple of them, but I've run all kinds. I feed them on the top of their hives, and then I do it on the inside. And now that I got them there entrance feeders, I feed them like that as well. So I'm going to get off here and go get the feed for these things, and you all can see how I do that as well. But anyway, there's my sugar water, and that's a 2-to-1 mixture. That is, well, 2-to-1 would be equal to 10 pounds of sugar to 10 cups of water. So that would be a 2-to-1 ratio. And on a 1-to-1 ratio of sugar water, you'd put 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of water. That would be a 1-to-1 ratio. But I'm going to go ahead and put that in these hives, and we'll get this done because they're needing fed. But anyhow, this is how you fill that inner feeder up, and I think that holds a half a gallon. The only thing I don't like about it, it will drown some of your bees, but I'll have to get them out of there, and that's how it goes. I'll get them out of there, and the rest of them will drink this down, and they should have enough feed on here to last them for a weekend here. So what they do, they take that feed out of there and they carry it into these frames and they store it. And what they'll do, they'll live off at this winter when they get enough stores in here. So that's how I feed my bees as well. Well, I got everything done here. I'll take you around and show you the rest of my bees here some other time, but I've got I do have 20 hives here, not right here in this yard, but all together. So I got to feed on my nukes here, and like I said, right here's my overwintered nukes, and hopefully I can overwinter them right here on this table, and they will come through winter and go into spring, and I can sell some of these. But these all have this year's queen in here, got new queens in them, so if somebody does buy some of these next year, they'll be getting a fairly new queen. So right here they are, and I got that job done here today. But anyhow, I'm going to end this video here. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I will see y'all on the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your family and friends if you like this content, and I will be getting more videos out here to you all. We will I will keep you up to date on these nukes here, and we'll get into them here in a couple weeks and see how they're progressing. I will see y'all on the next one.